So guys, this is King Crab Zero. I'm going to be streaming for you today some American Truck Sim. So I hoping that Twitch cooperates today. It seems like since I changed up how I stream to both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously, it has been cooperating. So there's that. I'm going to give it a few minutes here before I switch over to playing some ATS, just so I can make sure that my main mod gets into the chat so they can let me know everything's going alright. So here's to waiting for Mavriz to pop up and let me know everything's good. Okay, I figured Mavericks would have been in chat by now, but maybe not. If that's the case, I'll just get straight to it then. So, we'll play some American Truck Sim. With the American Truck Sim today, I have the, unregistered candle cam there in the left corner. You can see right by the game window here. Give me just a moment. You can see that I have it a little bit different today. Gave it its own little section instead of having it overlaid over the game itself. I might have to adjust the size of the game at some point. Probably not today, but might have to adjust that later on. Give me just a second though. Today, unlike normal, I haven't gotten the jar prepped, so if you look over here, you can see no wick or wick holder or anything, so I'll just kind of go through that process with you guys. So start with the jar here. I have to grab the wick really quick. Give me just a second on that. Okay, first wick I grabbed, or wicking I grabbed, was completely the wrong one, so here's the type of wicking I use. Let's see, let's move the jar out of the way. But this is what I use for most of my candles. It's a medium-size zinc core wick. I find that the zinc core gives it a little bit more rigidity, so it makes it a little bit easier to keep the wick standing up. And they supposedly burn a bit hotter, which is better for gel candles, as gel candles, the gel melts at a higher temperature, so it needs to have a little bit hotter to melt more effectively. What I usually do to measure this is I'll take the candle and the wick and then basically put them up next to each other. I will usually measure out a little bit of extra wick just in case, because you can cut down something that's a bit too long. You can't make something that's too short any longer though. So let me get this cut really quick. So the next step in this process, now that we have the wick, is to put it on a mounting tab. So let me grab that really quick. moved it from its normal spot, so it took a little bit longer to grab. Anyway, this is what the mounting tabs look like. There's a little piece of metal here that you can see sticks up a little bit, which this serves a couple of purposes. Basically, this gives a platform for the wick to basically be held in by, since you'll apply some sort of adhesive to the bottom of this that goes to the bottom of the jar. I'll show you what I use for that in just a moment, but what we'll do is we will run the wick through the mounting tab and then we'll crimp it closed. Let me do that really quick. I just gotta grab my crimping pliers. Give me a moment on that. I seem to have moved my crimping pliers. I think that was, I was grabbing things the other day to go to a show. Seem to have moved a lot of my stuff around. So give me just a second here. Okay. Anyway, found those. They're completely in the wrong box. Yep. It's trying to go from the wrong end there. Let's go to the right end. Okay, so with that crimped, it basically lets it stay in there. So you can see if I pull on it, it just stays in there firmly. Let me put these back where they're actually supposed to go. Okay, the next thing that we need to grab now is going to be a wick tab sticker. So let me grab that here. Okay, so I just tore off a portion of like the big roll I have them, so I can more easily show these off. But this is what I have. It's kind of like just a sticker that's double-sided with the adhesive. Lets you just stick the wick to the bottom. So I'll get one end of this stuck to the wick here really quick. And then with putting it into the jar itself, I do have some long forceps, so I'm just going to use that to throw that in there. Give me just a second with that. If I can actually hold on to the things. Just dropped them, so. Okay, so that's how we would normally start the process there for getting the jar wicked and ready to go. Basically, with the type of wicking that I use, since it comes in the roll, I think it's called raw or something like that. Basically, it doesn't come pre-waxed, so that's what we'll usually do. Is when we make the candle, we'll make sure to get a bit of the wax on the wick itself, so that way, when you get the initial light done, it'll start burning there instead of trying to burn the wick itself with no wax to begin with, because then you run the risk of just the candle, like the wick, burning out before it gets enough wax to adequately burn. But let's get the wax process started. Okay, let me pull out my scale like I normally do. There we go. Now you should be able to see the scale on camera, and let's measure out a portion of wax here. Okay, 120 grams. We'll need a bit more than that. Still need a little bit more than that. Let me grab a touch more. That's probably a touch too much, but we can make it work. So 234 grams of wax is what we'll be using today. Yeah, I feel like an idiot. I was about to put that away, and it's like, wait a second, we still need to measure out the scent oil. So with the amount that was, about 12 grams of scent oil should be fine. Okay. And then I'm not going to pick a scent just yet. I'm just going to wait until later in the stream when hopefully we have some viewers. So while we wait on that, let's get into it. So let me grab this. I have Twitch on my phone right here so I can watch it while I'm playing the game, just to make sure Twitch doesn't crash on me. And then let's see here. So let's do Freight Market. I can't even remember where we were. Okay, we're in Pocatello. We have some of these really big special missions we could do. I'm gonna say no on that because I know how those ones generally go. They're usually Oh wait, sorry, I forgot to pick or click on Pocatello there. Okay. Hmm. Let's do this one because we haven't been to Sandpoint yet, so that should let us discover some more towns here in Idaho. And it's not the best price per distance, but hey, it's better than nothing. So we will set that for our GPS destination and get to it. Okay. Turn this baby on, and looks like she just back up here. There we go. This is nice not having to worry about where my camera is going to be in relation to where the candle should be. So, okay, let's see here. Everything looks good. Yep, stared away. Was going to see if anyone had entered chat yet, but not seeing it. So let me do this. And actually, let me check on one thing on my Streamlabs settings. Not showing my chat there, so okay. There we go. Had to make it a little bit larger so I could see my Streamlabs chat. Okay, here we go. Now everything should be fine. Wait. Nah, not quite this turn. This one right here. Okay. Nope. That little dirt road threw me off there at first. I was like, that can't be it. But it was. So, let's go down this dirt road here. Yeah, it said we could do a nice balmy, like, 90, or I guess a nice balmy 45. But I don't know about that. That seems a little bit fast for this dirt road. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Now this one doesn't even have a speed limit. Wow. You can just do whatever here. Sorry, I got distracted by the dirt road. That solidly wasn't where we needed to go, but it solidly got me distracted. Okay, here we go. Actually, let's also check the external contracts. I didn't check that, so there might even be a better one. You never know. I think we've been to Grangeville already. Yeah, now let's go back to there. Because while this one will pay considerably less for our time and whatnot, it at least gets us to discover a few places we haven't been. Actually, what in the world is up with my map? I know I haven't discovered like this place or like a couple of places here, but the way that this makes it look almost makes me feel like I haven't discovered anything. So let's do this though. And trailer is going to be behind us, so let's come this way a little bit. And then it'll be this way. Hopefully we're facing the right direction, but I imagine that actually I guess we are. Cool. Honestly thought it was going to be butted up against that wall, so hey look, that worked out for us. Let's get pulled up to this. Oh, never mind. I saw this reefer trailer and I was so excited for it, and it was not the one. Okay. Here we go. And we're going to act like this was the trailer we were going for to begin with anyway. There was no confusion at all. None whatsoever. Okay, here we go. Cool. That's a rest spot, which our character needs to rest. How much time do we have to do this? We have about 31 hours in game to do it. The trip is about 12 hours. So what we will do is we will rest not too far out of here, but I at least want to get a little bit of ways before we take that rest stop. So, because I think we still have a couple or a few hours, it looked like, before our character needs to rest. Okay, let's stop in at this one. That'll be the winning ticket right there. I'm going to take this at 45. It says I can do it. I don't know if that's true. Okay, there's no way. This dirt road is not meant for 45. God, man. You know, just because it says I can do 45 does not mean it's true. Like, God, this road is not meant for 45. Okay. Here we go. See, this is much more of a 45 road right here. Like, this has some nice asphalt, you know, it's paved. Not gonna like tip us over from all the bumps. The other one, I think they were out of their mind to say it was a 45 zone. Okay, here we go. Left. Mirrors in the way, let's move up a little bit. Okay, not a great corner visibility wise, but hey, we got this. And if we don't, hopefully the person that got off got this. So, looks like we should be fine here though. Maybe not. Yeah, we can probably beat that other truck though. There we go. Yep, we can beat him. We'll give him a couple of honks for, you know, not running into us. And and get on with it. So while we're just driving here, I kind of wanted to tell a little bit of a, I don't know if I described it as a story or just like an opinion, but the other day I was in the store with one of my gym buddies and like every time we go there, like we always see these Heinz sauces, mayo chup, and like, well, I guess that's usually what we see, but like we saw that there was a couple of new ones. There was mayo chup, and there was something that they called crunch, which, mayo chup is just stupid. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like here in Idaho, there's a specific term for when you mix ketchup and mayo as a sauce. It's called fry sauce, which, if you're from Idaho, you think fry sauce is from Idaho. If you're from Utah, you're wrong and think it's from Utah. So, but yeah, Idaho, we have what's called fry sauce, and again, that's just a mixture of ketchup and mayo. Sometimes it's got other things if you're feeling fancy. But yeah, no, like, so seeing Heinz mayo chup is like, that doesn't make sense. Like, that's fry sauce. But that's not the complaint we're gonna make today. The real complaint comes from their crunch. Like, ketchup and ranch put together. Like, the thought was disgusting, but I was super curious. Not curious enough to buy a bottle of it, but curious enough to like mix up a batch of it at home. And let me tell you guys, that shit is disgusting. Like, the flavors of ketchup and ranch do not mix. They are not meant to be together. If this was if this was a story and those were like the two protagonists, they wouldn't be on the same side. Like, god damn, those were disgusting. But yeah, no, it was like, I had to give it a try because it's like, well, maybe I'm missing out on something, but god, they did not make something appetizing with that one. Because sometimes you try something new and it's like, oh, that's really delicious. But no, that is not the case with that. So, if you guys ever see that in the store, crunch, I would not advise it. Like, you're just wasting your money at that point. You're gonna ruin your taste buds. You're gonna be sorely disappointed. The only, like, combined sauce that I saw there by Heinz that was like any good. Well, I didn't try their mayo chup because again, that's just stupid. That's fry sauce here in Idaho. But the only sauce that I was like, oh, that sounds really good, and you know, maybe they have like a good ratio on it, or maybe it's going to be really good in this format. Is they had what they called honey racha, which is obviously honey and sriracha. I don't think you can just get that pre-mixed already, and I didn't feel like mixing up a batch of that, but that was actually pretty good. I feel like that would make a really great wing sauce. But on the flip side, I feel like because it's not worth supporting Heinz and their endeavors to just mix the names of sauces and call it a new thing, you should probably just mix that yourself. Save yourself a bit of money and, probably make it better. Because I'm sure that, like, they probably just use, I mean, the sriracha tastes a lot like sriracha, but I don't know if they, have their own recipe for that or what. But, honey, you can probably get better honey to mix with it if you're one of the fancier types, or you could probably get, cheaper honey and, find a cheap deal on sriracha and make it cheaper yourself. Okay. always find going to the store though to be an interesting experience, especially if I'm like going with a friend or buddy or whatever. Like, if I go to the store by myself, it's a very quick trip. Like, I think that driving to the store, grocery shopping, and driving back is usually like a 30-minute experience for me when it's just me going to the store. Where if I go with a friend, it usually takes like, 20 to 30 minutes just to be at the store, and then the drive time is whatever. But I think that just because you get to the store with a friend, it's like, I just want to fucking bullshit. Whereas you go by yourself, it's like, I want out of this place, man. I don't want to be here. Okay, let me take a quick look at the candle gel while we're here to light. Okay, looks like that's making some progress in melting, so that's going well. Figure I'll wait until that's melted today before we pick a scent. Or maybe not that long. Maybe a little bit before then. And I just realized if I wait until that long, then I might have to dig around for a little bit while the gel's already hot to find the appropriate dye. There we go. Oh my god, bud. Oh my god, bud, you ran into my trailer. See, I straightened out so I could avoid him, and he just kept going. My character needs a dash cam. That's what this is. I would save so much money with one of those. Like, God, some of these guys will just drive right into you if you let them. If it was me coming up on a corner like that in real life and I saw a person, pulling a trailer, I'd be like, oh, I should give them some room, He was like, oh man, I need to pull up right to him, get that insurance money. Okay, let's make this corner right here. This should work. That'll straighten out just fine. I bet it will anyway. I don't actually know. And look at that, a full tank of fuel. Now all we have to do is get our character a little bit of rest and we'll be set up. Make that tight corner there. Come over here. We'll pull through and park like a respectable person. Man, I was parking like a respectable person and lost my marker for. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm just going to go like this because apparently the more respectable your park job, the less likely it is to let you actually park there. Okay, let's see. Turn on the lights. Oh wait, that's the brights. There we go. Wipers. I feel like it's been a little bit since I played. I mean, I did play just last week, but it feels like it's almost been longer. I don't know why. Okay, you gotta remember that rain is like driving on a mild form of ice. Nope, press that a little bit too hard there. Okay. Well, this is going well enough so far. Still got about 10 hours left on this trip, but hey, we got about, I think you start with like 12 or 14 hours that you can drive when you rest in this game, so barring anything going too crazy, we should be able to make it. And since this isn't a World of Trucks mission, we should be able to actually do the speed limit the whole way too, so it'll be especially nice. And hey, look, no real traffic. Let's turn on these brights. There we go. Not something we get to do all too often. Okay, do a nice balmy 70 here. I'm going to move the position of the beaker there on the scale and actually zero that out. Just prepping for later, you know, when the candle cam actually plays into this. Okay, let's slow down for these corners, because corners get a lot harder when it's raining out in this game. Like when you're playing this game and you're taking a corner, it just, when it's raining, it almost feels like your truck's just like not turning the way it should. So it doesn't feel like a slipping mechanic or anything. But hey, yeah, if you guys ever have played this, or if you do ever play this, that'll be something you discover. Which, don't get me wrong, I do like the rain in this game. Like, I like the way it looks, but on the flip side, it definitely leaves a little bit to be wanted in terms of how the mechanics function. Now, I would never tailgate someone this closely in real life, but god damn, if this car in front of me didn't deserve it. Like, I was doing, like, the speed limit just barely, and he was going considerably slower, so he was having a hard time even passing that truck that he was trying to pass, which, you know, I get it. If you're going to pass someone, you don't want to get into the regular non-passing lane, but, you know, if you're going to pass someone, at least get it done quickly. Don't dawdle too long on it. Ah, hey, look at that. It stopped raining. And we are already getting up here to Boise. That's surprising. It does not feel like we should be this far already. But hey, I feel like it's going to be a good stream, guys. It's going to be a good stream. Everything's going to go well. Twitch is working for me today. Like, I think that is why I am feeling so great today. Is Twitch is working for me. Like, don't get me wrong. I like streaming on Twitch, but when using Streamlabs, YouTube always works for me, and Twitch seems to be the one that gives me issues, so. Okay. One thing you might notice is, since we added the flags to the vehicle, one thing I do like is that you can see the flags flapping around. And just one of those things like the air freshener here, where I do like that it's a little bit of additional mechanic to you know, how things move or how things interact in the physics engine. So now I feel like this air freshener moves way too much for the amount of turning I'm doing, because like I feel like for it to go as far the ways it does would require me to make a sharp corner, not to kind of shift a little bit, you know? I gotta shift a little bit to the right. Oh man, left. I don't know, maybe it's just been a long time since I've hung up one of those types of like air freshener from the mirror of my car, but I don't recall it moving around near that much. So hey, I'm no expert, so. Man, we are almost out of Idaho again. God, I need to be in the other lane. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's try to edge this car out. There we go. I knew if we forced our way in, they would let us in, so. Huh. Taking this exit, just like one of my friends actually lives up this way, so taking this exit threw me off for a moment. I was like, oh man, I'm going to like one of my friend's houses. And it's like, wait. That is not correct. I am playing a driving game. Which, to be fair, this exit's not 100% accurate. Like right over here would be a chevron. Whoa, man, whoa. Truck's disrespecting my right-of-way. Yeah, in regards to the candles I make on stream, I've been saying I'm going to post those on eBay, and you know, I was trying to post one on eBay today, and eBay was giving me quite the difficulty with the. First, it was like, oh, you know, the description doesn't have like this detail or that detail, so I updated that. And then it's like, oh, the title needs to include the brand, and it's like, okay. Then I put like unbranded or handmade or like some stuff like that, and yeah, it was like, no, the brand has to be in the title, and it's like, okay, like let me put the brand per se in the title. So I did that, and then it still said like, oh, brand has to be in the title. So I got a little bit to figure out with that before I finally get that posted to eBay. So hopefully that'll. Like, I'm trying to get that done either tonight or tomorrow. I guess while I have you guys here, I did want to announce that tomorrow I will be doing an extra stream. I'm not going to say what it is so far. It's not a video game. I will be all on the webcam. But it should be pretty interesting. I'm going to post it to my Twitch schedule, so if you're on YouTube though, obviously you don't quite get the scheduling stuff since I don't have the ability to do community posts or anything on YouTube. You have to have a certain amount of subscribers for that. So when I do eventually get to that amount of subscribers, I will, give you guys updates like that. But for now, there is the official Discord, which, if you're on Twitch, is linked in my on my Twitch page. If you're on YouTube, it's linked on my YouTube page. I think you have to go to either the About or one of those sections there. But official Discord is the best way to go for getting announcements and then, just keeping up to date with the community. Yeah, I'm going to do an extra stream. I don't know how long it's going to take. Theoretically, I would imagine probably not going to take longer than a few hours. Like, I would only imagine like a couple hours at most, but hey, you never know. Yeah, I will probably announce that sometime tomorrow on Twitch, and then I'll definitely announce it tomorrow, probably before I announce it on Twitch, on my Discord, so there is that. And yeah, stay tuned for that if you like to see more hands-on stuff that is, built or crafted. I think this thing up here is probably going to be a viewpoint, because it wouldn't make sense for it to be a recruitment agency. It's during the day. Let's go discover this viewpoint. I actually don't think I've discovered this on my main profile, so let's go do that really quick. Actually, okay, I deserve that. Maybe. Where's that officer? Okay. Actually, maybe I have discovered that one on my main profile. I just didn't recall it, because it's nothing too amazing. Like, honestly, I wish they had ones for, like, Whitebird, or I think on this route you even go by, like, Hell's Canyon, so I feel like those would be more interesting than just a rest area. But that's just my opinion. And, hey, it's a historic rest area. It has the little history signs that you see at, like, historic sites for Idaho. But on the flip side, I feel like I'd rather have like a Whitebird one. Actually, there might be a Whitebird one. We'll have to see. Luckily, on the road that we're going on here, it should take us up Whitebird Hill. Yeah, I say luckily, but if you guys have ever driven up Whitebird, like that's a bit windy, a bit steep. I mean, it's not as bad as old Whitebird Hill, which you can see from Whitebird. Because the old Whitebird Hill Road, like, man, that thing looks hairy. But we'll see if you can see that in this game, and then if you can, I'll point it out for you guys. Okay. cows. Cool. You know what? I always appreciate nice forested areas like this, but you might be getting a bit ambitious there with the trees. And this is looking a little bit more accurate here. Like, Idaho definitely has a lot of forests, but, you know, a lot of them can be a little bit spacious between the trees. Just because Idaho isn't necessarily the most wet of climates. Like, a lot of Idaho's high desert, so even our forests don't always get the most of rainfall. On the flip side, though, they can still be pretty beautiful. A lot of like ponderosas and stuff up there. Slow vehicles, man. Of course. I'll just slow it down a little bit. I don't know what that guy was doing. Whoa. Oh, I didn't notice that before. This Ford truck, or this truck in front of me that seems supposed to be based on the Ford. It says Frog, so. And the F is kind of a similar letter to like what you'll see on like some of the various Ford models. So yeah, it's pretty funny actually. I never noticed that before. Mostly because I don't think I've ever gotten that close to another vehicle that has writing on it like that. Okay. So this should be New Meadows here, since this is the junction of 95 and 55. Yep, New Meadows. But yeah, it is. It's a small place, but I always find it kind of cool because yeah, it's right there at the junction of 95 and 55. So if you're going up any of those two highways north, whether you're heading past McCall or if you're heading past, I forget what comes before it, coming this other way. No, it's just a really, really small town. But yeah, no, whichever way you go up north, like you'll basically find this, since both the main highways up north in Idaho pass through it. And I don't know that it's 65. Like, it's been a while since I've driven it. But, yeah, part of me remembers it being only like 55, so don't expect to be going as fast down this as the speed limit signs might suggest. This bridge right here, 100% accurate though. This is also, I think, about where, when you're driving north through Idaho, if you're paying attention to it, the time will actually change on your phone or whatever device you might have. As basically, Idaho does have two time zones. Most of Idaho, like the southern portion, is in Mountain Time, but the more northern portion's in Pacific Time. So, yeah, I think that bridge is about where it changes. I think there's even a sign somewhere around there that lets you know. Okay, that says 45. That's looking like a 45. Let's drop it down a little bit. Okay. And I forget how much further up it is, but we should be getting to Whitebird soon. Actually, this should be getting close. And I think this is basically where Hell's Canyon would be normally. And then, yeah, I think maybe this is supposed to be Whitebird. I mean, it said that was Whitebird Creek back there, so I would imagine that this would be Whitebird. Yeah, and this doesn't quite encapsulate quite how Whitebird is, but let's see. And over there in real life, you'd normally see Old Whitebird Road, which is a really windy road to see in real life. Maybe I'll have to take a trip up there sometime for you guys and get you guys a picture of what it looks like. Or maybe even take a dash cam type footage of what driving Whitebird is like. Because I kind of enjoy it. Pretty fun road to drive. Definitely is pretty steep and windy. But again, not as bad as Old Whitebird Hill was. Can't say that I've ever driven Old Whitebird Hill, but God, man, like, you can see it, and that thing looks hairy. I don't know if you can still drive it. I'll have to see if that's still a thing. If so, I might even have to one day get you guys some footage of that. Anyway, back to the trip here. I'd say I could try to, stream it or whatever. Like how people do those in-person live streams while they're out and about. But I fully guarantee you that the service out there, or out in here in this type of area, is not going to be enough for a live stream. Okay, welcome to Grangeville. Everyone's favorite place to stop when they're headed up to Moscow. Moscow. Had to think for a second. I was like, wait, Moscow, Idaho. Moscow, Russia. It's been too long since I've been to the SCO. Can't even remember how it's pronounced. I just want to take a quick look here. And by I just want to take a quick look here, that means like I was probably not paying attention to the road, and I think that's why it recalculated. At least it looks like it recalculated. Not 100% sure on that. Whoa, 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 whoa. I crossed that while it was still yellow. I just want to take a quick look at my map here. Let's see how far this would actually go if we were to follow it. It goes pretty far out, actually. Well, a bit of ways left to go still, but hey, it looks like everything should be pretty easy from here. I forgot to look. I know that in real life, you can actually avoid Grangeville altogether. Well, I shouldn't say. I think technically you still hit the edge of Grangeville, since there's still some houses and stuff with the route. But I think you can avoid basically going into Grangeville proper by taking this one road. It's paved and everything, so it's not like you're taking like a dirt side road, but it's definitely not like well marked as being a shortcut or anything. But yeah, I'll have to see if I can see that here going this way. Because if so, I'll point it out. That's a road I would sometimes take when going either up to Moscow or coming back home from Moscow, since that's where I went to university at. But yeah, if I see that, I'll point that to you guys. I didn't take it all too often because normally Grangeville was like the perfect resting place, or I should say stopping point. Like, it was a great point to stop, stretch, use the bathroom, grab a drink or a snack, and then get back on the road afterwards. That might be it up there. Nope. Huh. I don't know, maybe this game doesn't have it, or let me check the map here. Just from how things look here, it just looks like it might not be a thing, because yeah, I think normally there would be a little bit more to Grangeville this way, so there'd be more in between here. So yeah, I think maybe it just doesn't have it. We'll see though. Yeah, it definitely doesn't have it, because it definitely wouldn't be off a hill like this. I feel like we can take this a bit more than 55. I think that warning was a little bit overly cautious. I didn't see what that road was. I was interested though, because I didn't see if it was blocked off or not. Because I've heard in this game there's actually some roads that aren't marked on the map that you can actually drive for a little bit that have Easter eggs. So I've been kind of looking out for those a little bit more, just because I think it'd be interesting to find an Easter egg. Oh, I drove into the wrong lane there. I looked over at the candle cam just to, well, I mean, I would say just to see if like anything's ready there, but I realized that like to check the wax, I'd have to pull it off the melter. So we'll get to a good rest point. I shouldn't say rest point, but a good point for a break. Like if we find a viewpoint or something along the way, which I think there are a couple up this way, then we'll check the wax, see if it's ready for ascent and ready to be colored. Ah, little box truck sneaking through. Couldn't see him behind the other semi. Okay. I bet you it has this pulling for a ways, so. Hey, look Look at that. I knew it. I knew it. Well, let's pull in for a weigh or vehicle inspection. I realized earlier during this trip, I probably should have stopped in at the repair shop at that one truck stop that I had stopped at. Because our vehicle has a bit of wear and potentially some damage on it. So yeah, we'll try to remember to do that. I guess one feature that I'd like to see in this game is, since you can have your own basically truck depot, I think it'd be nice if they added the option of getting like mechanics and stuff, so that way you could just do your vehicle repairs and servicing in-house instead of having to go to either a dealership or a station for that. There's a check up here, so I'm going to take this turn, see what that's about. Or not check, but a question mark. Oh, it looks like it might be a dealership actually. So yeah, let's get the dealership discovered then. This will slow us down a little bit, but hey, I like to discover these things as we can. And I guess since I was just talking about like repairing our vehicle, let's actually stop in and do that right now. Cool. So, do a little bit of maintenance. Which, I guess it wasn't really damage to the vehicle. Our tires are pretty, well, they weren't really worn down, they were just 10% down. Like, I think 10%'s not even going to put them past the wear bars, or even close to the wear bars that you have to avoid getting you to. I'll have to see if we can pick up one of these missions sometime. I always enjoy the ones where you're hauling other semis. Heck, I always like to see other semis hauling other semis on the road. There's just something interesting about it. You know, since it's like this semi that has no trailer, it just has other trucks on it. Okay, back to the road though, because I was lied to and this was not a viewpoint. I mean, to be fair, it never claimed to be a viewpoint. I just assumed it was till I saw that there was a service icon and like a truck icon. So that was all on me. Okay, cool. I am feeling lucky because, yeah, there was nothing coming from the left and there was nothing coming from the right. You know, in real life, at some point around here, there actually would have been a casino, so don't know why I didn't show that off. I can't remember what the casino is called because I've never been there, but I just know that when you're getting up towards Lewiston, basically you come like right before you get to Lewiston, you're coming right off a reservation. And there's a casino there, which, you know, maybe I'll have to check that out sometime. I mean, casinos aren't really my thing. Gambling's not my vice. I feel like I hate losing, and I know that gambling is mostly losing, so I think that's why I don't really go to them. Anyway, though, let's get up this hill. I feel like we're pulling this hill much better than I would ever expect to. Okay, I say that, and my speed's dropping. Okay. Also, that loan installment made me think I was speeding somehow, or like maybe I bumped someone. I was like, what the hell? There's no way. There is no way. Okay, we are officially way too slow, so let's turn on our blinkers and let people know that we're just a road hazard now. Please don't run into us. Oh, we're picking up a little bit of speed. Gradient's going down a little bit. I'm going to merge into this other lane as soon as this Mustang passes. And we're going to pass this truck because I'm slow, but he's slower. Okay. Okay. And those look like the appropriate signage you always see in Idaho. Like, I saw a meme the other day about Idaho that there's two seasons in Idaho. There's winter and construction, which is definitely true. Like, as soon as things warm up outside, like, it seems like there's always road construction everywhere. Okay. I think the one that really bugs me road construction wise is one of the roads that I like to take when getting to a friend's house. If I take a different route to their house, actually, like it's this bridge, like it takes you over a bridge, and like I don't even think are expecting to get this project done for like another year or two, and it just I don't know, it's a little bit annoying to me because honestly, I feel like it should be something that they try to get done in a more timely manner. Because that's a fairly busy road that it's on. Like, it would be one of those things if it's like a road that no one takes and they're doing that sort of construction too, but for it to be a really busy road and to have it like completely inaccessible for, a couple of years or more, like, I don't know. That seems absurd to me. Like, I don't even remember when they blocked it off, but I think it's already been like a year. So. Oh, yeah. That driver right there. That one is the one. She seems to make me some good money. Other ones are a little bit subpar in that category. I'll have to go check their profitability after we drop off this load and see which ones are the best. But first, we're going to go discover that viewpoint up there. I don't know about this being a 60, guys. That seems a little bit hopeful. Oh god, this is like a logging road now. I really don't know about this one being a 60. Like, that seems crazy. Okay. What we are going to do is we're just going to take this one slowly and smoothly. Okay. I'm going to lock in the differentials for a bit while we climb this hill. Okay. And then I'm going to stop here so we can enjoy the viewpoint. So, oh, a timber harvest site. Cool. And while we're looking at that, I'm going to check the gel wax, see if it's melted yet. Looks like it's getting there. You can see it's pretty much melted on one side. It's got to push the rest down in. Well, the big question, Chad, is in regards to the candle. You guys have a preference on any scents, like any scents that you guys are really into? Because I'm going to add some scent to it here really soon, so just want to leave it to you guys really quickly, see if there's anything that you guys want. Otherwise, if not, I will just choose one. So I'll give it probably, let's just say 2 minutes. Just let me know in chat if there are any particular scents that you might want the candle to be, and if I have anything that matches up to that scent, I will go for it. So while you guys are deliberating on that, I am going to take a drink of water. I was going to try to zero out this scale again. I thought I had zeroed it out earlier, but I guess must not have. Do 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 do. Yeah, just keep imagining the Jeopardy music in your head for a bit. While I wait for you guys to decide, if you guys are going to decide. Looks like there should be maybe a couple of people in chat. I mean, I know you don't have to always join in with the chat, so if not, I will just decide. But about 1 more minute left if you guys want to put your input in there. Okay, so since there wasn't any decision in chat or any feedback from chat on what scents might be desired, I am going to pick myself. Give me just a moment here. I just want to check one that I have here, see if it smells like what I am hoping. Okay. It kind of smells like what I was expecting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the frankincense and myrrh scent. This is the first time using this brand's version of it, so it's a little bit different than the other brand I normally use, but it's still pretty decent. So let's show this off. So this is my big bottle of frankincense and myrrh, and then we need about 12 grams. Here, I'm just gonna move this way just a touch. Okay. Okay, that's definitely more than we need. It just wasn't moving, so I was starting to think that maybe it wasn't registering. So let's take about half of this out then. Yeah, we can go a little bit over. 14's fine. So let me wipe this up really quick since I got a little bit of scent oil on here. Okay, and we're going to move that out of the way now. Let's readjust this. Put this over here. Put that right here so we can see the jar. I just want to get that in a good spot. Let me move that a little bit more. I'll put the jar more front and center. Okay, scent oil. For this one, the candle holder I used for the last candle doesn't quite fit. I'll just kind of show you guys that. You can see that one doesn't fit. So what we will use for this one is the metal clip type one. I think that one got knocked off my desk when I was grabbing this, or when I was putting the scale on my desk, so let me grab that. Okay, we'll have to go downsies on it. Or actually, let's see, we'll use one of these ones instead, actually. Just one of the wooden ones, which, for these wooden ones, these are pretty easy to make. If you ever get into candle making, all you have to do is buy a box of tongue depressors, take a drill to it, and you can drill a whole bunch of them all at once. And that way, if you have different size wicks, you can make ones more appropriately sized for your wicks. Like if you have large wicks, you can make ones that fit those better, because I've had to do that if I use large wicks for like the larger candles I make. Yeah, for these medium-sized wicks, you know, you can use the same size that you'd probably use for a small wick too. Let me grab a color for this. Actually, I'm going to do something a little bit different today. Normally I've been coloring these, but I think today, I will actually try to leave it clear. I mean, it's going to be a little bit colored from this, but we'll see how clear we can get this. But yeah, let me pour this in here, just because I would like to see if this looks clear. If it does look dyed from the scent oil, I might color it at that point, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys that, yeah, gel candles can even be clear. I guess the scent oil is kind of dyeing it a little bit, but it's not dyeing it like in a bad way. Like it looks pretty appropriate to the scent. Might just leave it like that, or I don't know, I guess I'll add a little bit of dye to it. let's add a little bit of dye to this one. Since I haven't used this one in a while, at least haven't used it on stream for sure, and haven't used it much in person, I think I'll just go with a yellow today. Okay, we'll give that a little bit for the bubbles to come out of it, and we'll also drip this spoon off a little bit before I put it down. Okay, so yeah, I guess while we wait for that, we will make a little bit more progress here. I love how the game just wants me to flip around like it would be super easy to do. And it's like on this super narrow trail with a trailer, I don't think that's happening. Okay. I guess that's blocked off by wood. They just don't want me going that way. Man, this one's a tight road. Okay. But, hey, look at that. We made it out, and no real problems. So, since we're going downhill, I'm going to turn off the differentials, because we don't need the differential lock on now. And does this one have the retarder? That's the question. Oh god, I hit my mouse. That could have been super, super bad. Super duper extra especially bad. Okay. Okay. Not what I want. That's what I wanted. I just want to turn the retarder on for a moment. Okay, well, we're towards the end of this now, so I guess that doesn't matter too much. I should have turned the retarder on earlier. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then before we get back on the road here, it looks like our candle should be ready, so I'm going to get that poured really quick. I guess that extra wax worked out a little bit actually, since this jar is a little bit bigger than the jars we've been using. And we'll dip the wick in here, let the some of the gel absorb into it. Okay, there we go. So, we will leave that to cool. I think that probably won't be cool by the end of the stream, but hey, it's at least there, so you guys can keep an eye on it for me. Make sure nothing goes horribly wrong with it. But in regards to how the game's going, we only have 2 in-game hours left on this mission here, so should be able to complete that delivery within probably about, I'd say, 7-8 minutes. You know, in-game, a couple of hours, it'd be about 6 minutes, but as we've all, or if you've been watching me, as we all know, hardly ever goes that smoothly. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can get a quick opportunity to take a quick look at the sleep stat here. Okay, looks like we should be able to. Looks like we need a rest stop in about an hour and 17 minutes, but honestly, I think we can just do this delivery and take a rest afterwards. But we'll see. Actually, let's take a look at the map. And let's see here. Yeah, well, there is another viewpoint on the way. So we might as well hit one rest stop here. Let me just make sure we have enough time. Okay, no, we only have 5 hours left, so we are not going to hit a rest stop on the way. So yeah, let's do that. Man, 30 in-game hours does not stretch as far as one would hope it does. So yeah, in this game, if you go too long without resting, I know it fines you, but it's nothing like super serious. So I think it's more worth it to get the delivery done on time and get the full delivery amount versus, not getting a fine for sleeping, or potentially not getting a fine for sleeping, and then losing out on some of the delivery money. And that's sometimes the decision you have to make in this game, is sometimes getting fined for something might be more worth it than losing out on delivery, or vice versa. Oh man, the Spokane River. This is a pretty large river, actually. I wonder if it's that large in real life. Like, oh man. That's a wide one. A wide boy. Yeah, to be fair, I need to make it up to Coeur d'Alene eventually. I haven't actually made it out that way yet. Like, I've been a bit north of Moscow, Idaho, but never quite far enough to make it to Coeur d'Alene, because Coeur d'Alene is very, very far north. I'm not quite as far as Sandpoint. On the flip side, though, I think there is literally like a town right on the border of Idaho that basically is right next to Canada. I can't remember which one that was. It might be Sandpoint or it might be something else, but I always thought that'd be an interesting one to visit too, since it's like literally right across the border from Canada. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I wasn't even across the line yet when they gave me that violation. I was just edging forward. I feel like this game is, it's a little bit trigger happy with giving you violations or blaming you for an accident. It's like, hey, you crossed the red line just by, or you crossed the white line by just a little bit, you know, before it changed to green. Like, yeah, that's a red light violation there, bud. Oh, look at that. We're tired, it's raining. Yeah. Whereas I think this has been a great drive. I'm pretty sure my, like, character is probably hating his life right now. He's probably like, what the hell? What'd I do to deserve this? Okay. Yeah, let's go this way. Let's go discover that, I think that's probably going to be a recruitment agency. So... oh, hey, and look, going this way, let us discover Coeur d'Alene. Sweet. That was a good idea. Wish I would have thought of it. Okay, that is a recruitment agency, so... I don't know if this is true or not, but I think how it goes is I think there's supposed to be a recruitment agency basically in any town that you can get a garage in. But I don't know if that's true. That's just something I'd heard before, so... I don't always trust hearsay when it comes to stuff like that, but I do at least mention it to other people, because, you know, I feel like mentioning hearsay is like, hey, I don't know what your opinion is on this, but I'll at least give you the choice to make, like, form an opinion. So, yeah, I think though that any town that's supposed to have a garage is also supposed to have a recruitment agency. Whoa, hey, I gotta trust the hearsay. Also, New Jersey, thank you, and welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that, another person that we know probably sent you here, but nothing much. How you doing? Trying to watch my Twitch for a second while driving. I just want to see how far the delay is between like Twitch and my regular stream. Oh, fair enough. Hey, you know, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Did work go well for you? Hopefully it did. I'm always hoping that everyone who has a work day to get through has a good one, at least. I knew that avoiding sleep violation was going to get us. So I also worked today. I know mine was a pretty decent work day, so... well, that's good to hear that it was a good work day. As I said, I also had kind of a long work day, but also had a good one, so... oh, crud. I missed that turnoff. That was my bad. That was my bad, guys. I got excited for something, and it got me. But hey, we are going to pull a very illegal Yui. I wouldn't do this in real life, but I will do this in the game. Okay. Oh my god, this illegal Yui is going much less smoothly than I expected. So, yeah. See, this is the reason why you guys come out to see me like struggle to pull the most basic maneuvers. Oh man, that one was rough there. That one was rough. But luckily, I didn't get like fined or anything for that, so I think that means we're all square. There is a viewpoint right here, though, so let's discover this viewpoint together. Also, you missed like the most exciting part. You missed us pouring the candle over here on the unregistered candle cam too. I almost dipped my hand in that. But yeah, that is the big hype for every stream, is that we pour a candle every stream. Don't mind the gaming or the commentary, it's all about the candle. Also, Mavericks, I'm glad that you could join in finally. Where have you been, bud? I've been waiting on you. Oh, I was letting New Jersey know that they had known, or had missed the pouring of the candle there. So, but yeah, I've been waiting on you all night too, man. You gotta moderate my chat for me, you know? You also gotta let me know that Twitch is working. Otherwise, I'm gonna get paranoid. But no, I've been watching Twitch for you today, Mavericks, so yeah, it's been going well. And New Jersey, it was a pretty good pour. I wouldn't say anything too epic, you know. It didn't cure cancer or solve world hunger, but yeah, it was pretty decent. Also, Mavericks, I will let you off the hook for this one, because yeah, I guess I should have known that you would probably have a little bit of an outage tonight. Especially since I saw you today when you were grabbing your modem and router. Is the modem that you got, is that better than the one you had, or is the router better? You know what? If you can burn a jar candle at both ends, like, I would be impressed. Like, that would be quite the feat, actually. I don't know what that would take, because you'd have to burn through the jar. But if you could do it, man, I'd be super impressed. Oh man, this is a habit I have in real life. Turning on the turn signal when I'm making a sharp corner like that. I don't know why I do it, because it's like I'm not taking a actual, turn. I'm just taking a sharp corner. Like, the road only goes one way. Like, it's not like I can go straight, you know? Oh man. See, that's one driving habit that does bleed through here, is the overuse of turn signals sometimes. See, maybe one of these days on stream, though, I'll have a candle pour so epic that it does that. I don't know what it'll take, but maybe it'll take me just pouring like a whole bucket worth of like candle gel. Like a 10-pound or 15-pound candle. Yeah, that's what we'll do one of these times. We'll do a 10 or 15-pound candle. I honestly don't know if I could like accomplish that. Like, I think the most my candle melting setup could do would be like an 8-pound candle, but I'm pretty sure 10 or 15 pounds would be the one that would cure, you know, all diseases, end world hunger, give world peace, you know, make everyone happy. That's fair. Yeah, I get that. Even if it's an equal setup, like it's better to own your equipment versus renting it through the provider. Because again, I know you go through the same provider, and I know for me, the cost for the equipment rental per month would have been like $10 a month, which for mine I think would be about a year and a half to pay off the modem and router I have. But I think for years you'll get that paid off in about a year easily. Oh my god, that would be pretty epic actually. I don't know if I want to buy like a slow-mo cam just for like a single candle pour though. I mean, we'll see, maybe eventually. I guess if I ever decide I'm going to pour like a huge 10 or 15 pound candle, then I will go with the most epic camera setup. But we are not there yet, so. um, Let's do just-in-time delivery. I feel like I'm going to focus more on those and fragile cargo for myself, because honestly, the heavy cargo is a bit slow. Let's see, though. We need to take a rest before my guy passes out from exhaustion. Hey, look at that. We are literally right next to an area to rest. Sweet. God. I was like, oh man, how long am I going to push this? How tired is this guy going to get? We don't need a slow-mo cam? Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. I get that. Yeah, I'm cool with like whatever, you know, makes it happen. Let's sleep one more time so it can be daytime. Here we go. Okay, I was going to check on how my drivers are doing, because some of them make me really good money, and some of them, I guess they both make me about the same amount of money. Never mind. I'm complaining about nothing over here, apparently. It just usually this one brings in more money than this one. Maybe this one just makes more trips. Either way, they're not making the same as me. Look at that. And look at how underwhelming they are compared to me. Man, one of these days, they will be competent employees. Okay, let's see here. Ah, frick. Frick, guys. I need to get a job. Let's see, job market. Let's do the external contracts first. See what World of Truck missions there are. I don't know that I want anything too crazy long. Is there anything to Lewiston? Let's see if there's a Lewiston trip. Like, honestly, that would be perfect. Okay. Nope. Nope. Not here. We're getting closer to the L's. Okay, there's not one to Lewiston. Let's check the freight market. See, maybe there's a freight market job to Lewiston. Got, oh wait, I got filtered again, okay. Let's see here, St. George, Prim, Price, Pendleton, Oxnard, okay. I guess there's no short trip to Lewiston. I was just hoping maybe we could discover that. Let's see if maybe there's something to Spokane, or in Idaho, maybe like Ketchum or Idaho Falls or Twin Falls, or one of these up here. I don't want to go too far out. Here, we'll just do the price per, or the distance. So route length, we want the shorter route length. And look at that, we can go make a quick trip over the border here to Spokane. Let us do that. Also, Mavericks, did you see that got my quality a little bit higher today? I feel like that made me a little bit happy since yeah, I dipped it down the last time because of the Twitch issues, but going through the Restream.io has let me stream a little bit higher quality, so. And I haven't seen any issues on the Streamlab end or the Restream end, so feeling pretty good about it. See, I kind of like mildly cut your streams. Like basically, I checked them out and then put them back or put them on as like background noise. But I didn't really get to see much of them. I did see for some of the times I checked in though that there was a decent amount of people catching your streams. So yeah. Yeah, Restream.io. That's definitely helping out. Still need to, yeah, you do know what you're talking about. I'll give you that for this one time. Just this once, though. You don't get to be right all the time. That's too much burden on you, man. Yeah, no, I'll have to see if I can figure out something with Streamlabs. Because I hear that, again, it should be possible to do both without any problem. Both Twitch and YouTube streams without any problem. But I also hear that you have to do, like, the perfect settings. Like, I shouldn't say the perfect settings, but, like, really good settings, or else, like, one might not work or the other might not work, so yeah. But I do thank you for that Restream.io suggestion, because yeah, I didn't know about that until you brought it up. Also, I'm a little bit dumb. We were like literally right here where we needed to be, so let's see, which one am I picking up? Okay, I'm picking up this one right here. Ooh, this is a pretty small trailer. This is going to be easy. There we go. You know what? I say this is gonna be easy, but I already don't like the look of this trailer. Like, the way this thing just kind of hangs down like it does, just, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it already. Okay, let's make this turn right here. And make a really quick trip to Spokane. But yeah, no, tell me a bit more about your stream, Mavericks. As I said, I only got to catch it in the background, so. Did you have some really good games of leagues? Did you have some good chat with, like, Frankie or Dre, or were things going well? Have a lot of chat engagement, or what made your streams feel like so smooth, so great? Or is it because I was there in the background, watching, listening? I mean, mostly listening. Checking in ever so often. So I'd make a case that it was Dude, that is awesome that your upload speed went up by that much. Also, that's kind of funny that like not having them is like one thing that I'm just like I'm going to bet that you were trying to say like the chat engagement is what made it positive, but I'm going to also just assume that not having Gray and Frankie was part of what you're saying is like what made it positive. You're like, oh yeah, I didn't have to deal with those guys bringing me down. Well, that's good, at least. Yeah. If I was playing, you know how that would have went? I would have lost 3 matches and not played well, so hey, there's that. Ah, shit. Let's merge on over. Hey, that's awesome, man. Like, I think getting a new follower is always exciting. You know, like New Jersey, you know, new follower there. Now I just gotta wait for him to become part of the official Discord, and then boom, we'll have an actual community going on. Oh man, Mavericks, you missed me complaining earlier about like eBay, because like I was trying to post the stream candles to eBay, and like eBay was giving me a hard time, even though I was doing exactly what it was telling me to do. So I need to get that figured out after the stream. But hey, we got about like 50 minutes before the stream ends, so don't have to worry about that yet. Oh, I agree, man. eBay is it can be a pain, and like it used to be like you could trust eBay a bit more. Like yeah, there was some janky stuff on there, but usually like overall, you'd be like, ah, eBay is mostly trying to keep people like that off. I feel like now it's just like they're of the mind like, ah, we'll collect sellers' fees, and then if someone complains, we'll maybe throw them back some money. But yeah. Then I don't feel like it was as hard to sell things back in the day. Like now it's like super hard to sell things, so. But I will get these stream candles posted there. That will happen. That way, if people want to get at one of these stream candles I've made, it is a possibility for them. Well, like the funny thing is, it's like when I was trying to post it, at first it's like, oh, you need to choose the specific item description or whatever, which when you go into the drop down for that, it didn't say it was required. So I was like, okay, well, cool. Let me adjust that, and I'll get that set. And then yeah, after I got that set up, the next thing was like. Oh, the brand has to be in the title, and it's like, well, at first I just put like that was handmade, so you know, no brand, and then it's like, no, brand has to be in the title, so I did unbranded, and it's like brand has to be in the title, so I was like, okay, I'll just put a you know, name there, and then branded as that in the title. And then, yeah, it was just like, even with that, it's like, no, the brand has to be in the title. It's like, literally, I did exactly what you told me to, and it's not working. But yeah, now I get that. Facebook Marketplace definitely seems like a good alternative. I think I usually use that only for, like, local things, though. Like, I know you can buy things nationally on there, but generally, if I browse the Facebook Marketplace, I only look local. I guess I use the Facebook Marketplace like more like how Craigslist used to be for finding good local deals. I feel like that's how a lot of websites go, though. It seems like you give it enough time and it goes down the drain. Right? Craigslist used to be cool. Like, it still exists, but I don't know. It hasn't been that great for a long time. So, and yeah, like the last time I browsed Craigslist, it was like, it seemed like the choices and options for stuff were much lower than they used to be, which I'm going to guess is because of things like Facebook Marketplace. Because, I mean, the Marketplace just makes things convenient when it comes to selling locally, since, yeah, you go on there, you can browse, and usually you can trust the seller since, like, you could check out that, like, at least they have a Facebook, and, their personal info is, not, like, super hidden, so that way, if they're going to be the person to like try and murder, you can be like, whoa, 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 don't trust this person. Whereas, Craigslist is a bit more private. But on the flip side, definitely, definitely fond of how Craigslist used to be. I don't know what happened to it, man. Okay. I feel like this way station trip or this way station stop is unnecessary. Like literally, I'm going the shortest distance. So stopping here is a lot long. Well, in regards to the trip, yeah, a lot longer it needs to be. Yeah, I feel like there needs to be even better marketplace. Like, I think there needs to be something like Facebook Marketplace or like old eBay, but nationwide again. Because again, new eBay isn't as good as it used to be. Again, Facebook Marketplace, even though it is like nationwide, it just doesn't feel like something I should be browsing for nationwide stuff on. So either Facebook needs to pick up their game or eBay needs to fix their shit. See, the other thing is like the bulk of like my candles, which I don't do on like I don't do the bulk of the candles I make on stream. Like the bulk of those are made off stream. Those ones I'm gonna sell on Etsy because Etsy is generally where one would expect to go for a handcrafted good. But yeah, I still need to set that up too. I've been meaning to do that one. I actually got through the process a little bit, but then it's like you have to post something for sale to begin your shop, which I had like a show that I was going to the very next day. So it's like, well, I don't know how many or if any of my candles will sell at that show, so I didn't know whether or not I should post them to Etsy or if I should take them to the show first and then post them to Etsy afterwards from the remaining stock. So still have a majority of them since that show wasn't really geared towards like candles. But Etsy store coming soon. Okay, this one's going to be an easy park job. Yeah, that's why I hear too. Like, I hear Etsy is pretty easy to deal with. Like, once you get it set up. Like, I hear getting it set up, as you said, is like a whole, process. Like, it is a bit of a pain to set up. But once you get it done and set up, like I hear, it is a great platform for selling, homemade goods and stuff. And like I personally like using Etsy. Honestly, I have bought several things on there because I like handcrafted stuff. So it's really nice to know that you can support, someone that has a smaller business and then also get something, that isn't mass produced, something that's, got a little bit more heart to it. Anyway, though, before I get distracted by sentiment. Let's just see what upgrades we have available here. Just want to see if there's anything interesting or anything that I feel we need. Not really though, so let me just find another job here. Okay, that one isn't too far. Oh, of course that one's not too far because I have the scaling turned down. Let's grab one of these Wenatchee trips. Wenatchee? Wenatchee. There we go. Well, the usual question for anyone that joins in. Have you ever played American Truck Simulator? I know Mavericks hasn't. I know he's super interested in it though. But you know, need to know, have you ever played any of it? Yeah, fair enough. I get that. Like, the funny thing is it was on my list of things that I was fairly interested in for a while, but it wasn't until until I'd seen it streamed by another or by a YouTuber that I like, Brutal Moose, where I was like, hey, you know, this game actually looks really calming and really fun. Which is funny because one of my friends who had wanted to watch me stream a little bit of this, when they saw it, they were like, "Man, this is like the more boring parts of Grand Theft Auto." And my thought was like, I really enjoy driving in Grand Theft Auto though, so I don't know how that's the boring parts. Okay, that was fully my fault there. That was me speeding. But yeah, no, I'd say it's pretty well developed. I know in these settings, the only things I've ever had issues with were trying to think. I think there was one setting I had to adjust because having it turned on would make things kind of stutter a little bit graphically. And I don't know if it's because I'm using the beta version right now or if it was something that even was happening before I started with the public beta. But yeah, there was one setting, and I think it's related to the mirrors, just the draw distance on that. Like if you turn them up, sometimes it makes the frame rate drop a little bit as you're passing things. But no, I really like the game. Okay, I need to pay attention to this a little bit. Okay, let's drive past this Mustang. But yeah, no, I would say it's really well developed, and if you're familiar with an area that's in the game, usually you'll recognize things that are, you know, there. Like I'm from Idaho, like specifically the Treasure Valley area, and in the Treasure Valley, there's actually several things that I've seen where it's like, oh yeah, I know where that is. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to play it, and it has like anything that you know you're familiar with in real life, or I should say an area you're familiar with real life, it is definitely worth picking up that DLC if it's a DLC or if it's in the base game, that part as well. Because yeah, it is cool to see things that you recognize in the game. And yeah, like that's true for GTA as well. But sometimes in GTA, there's things that if you're familiar with an area or you know in the game, since they base their areas on real life places. Well, I think most of their areas on real life places. I haven't played all the GTA games, so I can't fully attest to that. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Though earlier in this game, when I was passing by Whitebird Hill, which is a area I've been over several times, I was a little bit disappointed that you couldn't see Old Whitebird Hill Road because I wanted to point that out to the viewers, and yeah, it wasn't there. So, not everything that you want to be here will be here, but it definitely has a lot of things you'll recognize. Besides, if anything, there is a good modding community for it, so you can usually find a mod to help add a little bit more realism if you need more realism. I'm just hoping that the beta phase of the current beta ends soon, because I would like to actually use mods again. There weren't like many mods I was using, there were just a couple. Mostly they were just ones to add like real life company logos into the game. So, you know, things would be like Walmart or the Home Depot or stuff like that. Because that always, I feel, adds like a little bit of realism when you can see a real store as well. That's just my thought, though. See, I'm really excited because they have a couple of DLCs that should be coming out sometime soon. They have like a Wyoming DLC coming out, which I've never been to Wyoming, but I always thought it'd be interesting since it's kind of a large state with not a lot of people, so probably a lot of forest or wildlife or stuff like that. And then they also have a Texas DLC that apparently should be coming out sometime soon. So that'd be pretty cool. Never personally made it to Texas, but I know that should be quite a large one. So we'll see. My whole thing is like, I wonder if they'll eventually get all 50 states done, and if so, like how do you deal with Hawaii and Alaska? You know, like that's my question. Like, do you include a little bit of Canada to allow people to get to Alaska, or how do you do that? And then Hawaii, like, do you gotta hop a boat and wait on a ferry for a while, or I guess a ship for a while, or how would that work? So, yeah, that'd be pretty funny though. You have to get on a cargo ship. Like I have no clue how long a cargo ship takes in real life, but I know that an in-game hour takes about like 3 real world minutes. So, assuming that a cargo ship would probably take like at least a few days, and that would be a really long trip to just wait on, you know? Maybe they'll give you the option of like sleeping while you're on the cargo ship though. Because I know you can sleep to pass time, so. Or even better, what they'll do is they'll give you some mini games. Like while you're on the cargo ship, you can do a little bit of deep sea fishing, or maybe be a crewman or something. I don't know. And then the other thing is like when you get to Hawaii, I wonder how trucking there would be because I hear that the roads in Hawaii, like a lot of them, are not the greatest. So would it be a lot of like just the same main roads, or would it be a lot of travel over like really rough back roads where you risk getting stuck all the time? See, personally, I think I don't think like those are going to be coming anytime soon. So probably not something we'll see for years if it ever does happen. And if it does happen, I'm sure they'll have figured something out by then. It also, I guess, makes me wonder when they add like a lot of these states that are further away. I wonder if they're going to keep the same scaling for time, or if they'll change up their scaling. Because currently, as it is, I think I think the longest trip you can take is about a couple or a few hours. So that's only like going from like Washington to like Arizona or something. But can you imagine when you have the ability to go from like Washington to Florida in this game? Like, oh man, I wonder if they're going to keep the scaling the same or if they'll finally just be like, okay, we're changing the scaling up because people apparently don't want to spend a full 8 hours, doing an in-game drive for a, virtual driving simulator. Heck, that'd probably be more than that. If I had a calculator handy and wasn't currently driving, I would try to calculate that for you guys. When we finish this delivery, you gotta remind me to try and calculate that for you guys really quick. I do love me a bit of math, so. Okay. I can't even remember where we're supposed to be delivering this. I think it was Wenatchee. See, I get distracted with chat and forget what I'm doing. It's a real problem, I'm telling you. That kind of baby blue looking truck back there didn't look half bad actually for being baby blue. I think that's the first time I saw a truck of that color in this game. Woo. Okay. Oh man, this guy's going slow. This guy's going really slow. Like I think in a 60 going 40 is probably unacceptable. I think if you're going 20 under the speed limit, you're doing something wrong. Like I can see like maybe 5 or 10 under the speed limit, but 20 under, then that's a little bit much. Okay, here we go. We are almost there. I say that and we still have 2 hours in game, but it makes me think we're almost there if I say it. I'm just convincing myself. Well, this is a 60, so I think we might actually make some good time here. And this dam looks nice. Oh, look at this. All this beautiful water over here. I do like the way the light reflects off the water. Like, it always looks pretty appealing in this game. You know, some games, light reflections on water don't look so good, but I'd say in this game they usually look pretty nice. Yeah, I can see that sign being right. I've noticed like real life, you know, a lot of signs you see that certain corners should be only taken at a certain speed. Yeah, it's usually a little bit of an exaggeration. That one I don't think was exaggerating. I think this one's probably a 50-mile-per-hour corner. Yeah, to really test this out, I could turn down the handling in this game, and yeah, we'll see if we flip. That would be the real way to test these corners. Have the handling turned up a little bit, because otherwise it can actually be surprisingly easy to flip. Okay, I don't know about this corner. This looks a little bit more like a 60 versus a 50. They're trying to overhype it for me, guys. Trying to make me feel like I'm doing something dangerous, and I'm not. I am driving 100% safe. Unlike, I think, the last American Truck Sim stream. That one, I was driving a little bit less than safe. But that was mostly because Twitch issues had me wanting to get the stream done a little bit quicker, so that has not been the case today. Twitch has been kind today. Okay, executive decision. We're gonna pull into this gas station here. I really don't need to pull into this gas station, because even though it says like I'm almost on empty, like I'm almost in the dire straits, I do still have 138 miles left of fuel, so I don't really need to fill up, but might as well. Besides, like, yeah, it always bugs me looking at that, yeah, red fuel icon there. One thing that I do love about this game, though, is I've said this on a prior stream, but for anyone that hasn't caught it before, I know that when you fill up in this game, if you have a RGB keyboard that can sync with games and stuff, basically it'll kind of show you the fill up process. Like it'll start with only the amount of fuel you have highlighted on the keyboard, so they'll just be blue keys, and then slowly but surely it'll kind of drip in like more blue keys until like your whole keyboard's lit up, and then it'll go green when you're full. So I do like this game for that, because I do have an RGB keyboard that can sync with games. It's think it's the Razer Huntsman, which is actually a pretty cheap keyboard. Well, cheap being a relative term. It's cheap for being a keyboard that is RGB with like really mechanical feeling keys, and probably not like truly mechanical feeling keys, but they do feel fairly mechanical. They also have like a nice clack to them, so. But yeah, no, that's one thing I have enjoyed with this game is the way the buttons light up, because yeah, it'll do that for various things you activate. It'll highlight certain keys for you, and then and that guy just took this bus's right away. That was not nice. Whoa, what is this bus doing? He was not being assertive. He was just letting those people take advantage of him. Man. Oh man, that poor bus. Okay, I think we need to be in this lane, but that's probably not true. I am so bad at picking the right lane when coming up to a new town. I need to be in this other lane, because that's the Wenatchee one. Wenatchee? Wenatchee? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I feel like if there's any Washingtonians out there in the chat, or that ever watch the VODs of this, they're probably gonna curse me for mispronouncing this. To be fair, though, I feel like there are a lot of harder to pronounce cities and towns in Washington. I think it's Wenatchee. I think I've heard it said that way before, but yeah, there are plenty of places where it's like, wait, what's that called? Like, I had a friend back in college who was from Cheney, and I forget how it's spelled, but it's just kind of like that's a strange name. Oh man, I can't remember any of the other weird Washington like towns or cities off the top of my head. You know what? That is my bad, chat. I should know these things. I should know my Washington geography better. Even though I don't live there and hardly have ever been there except for a few times, I should just know it better for you guys. Okay. Maybe next time. I think the only one who really cares about that is Mavriz, and that's probably sarcastically. He's probably out there like, oh yeah, you should know that perfectly. He's like, I know it all. This car is going to be the death of me. Come on. Come on. There we go. That car just did not want to let me over. It was, I always hate when people do that in real life. When you're trying to, like, merge, but they just match your speed, so, like, they're not falling behind, they're not getting ahead of you, they're matching your speed, so you can't merge. That always bugs me. But luckily in this game, it's what it is. But you know, if I crash in this game, or you know, have a bad road rage in this game, it's just a game. You know, and that happens in real life. Well, it's not cool. So yeah, better for stuff to happen in a game like this. Yeah, okay, we're just going to do that before I mess up. Okay, oh look at that. That was a pretty successful trip. Let me look up really quick the distance between, let's say, Seattle. I think Seattle's pretty far to the northwest, and then some city in Florida. Okay. I guess it would help if I could remember how to use Google Maps effectively. Okay, so between Seattle and it looks like mid Florida is a bit more than 3,000 miles. So I just want to do some quick math here to see how absurd this game could be once they eventually get that far out. So let's say 3,000. We'll just say an average speed limit of 60 miles per hour. So 3,000 divided by 60. That would give us oh man, if I could actually punch in numbers correctly. So that would give us 50, and then times 3 minutes for every. Actually, before we do the 3 minutes, we have to include rest breaks and stuff. So I'm going to assume that overall it'd probably be, like closer to 65 hours, after taking rests and various traffic and stuff like that. So let's times that by 3, since that's how many minutes there are, or how many minutes each hour is equivalent to. Okay, Mavericks. Well, you have a good night. I will catch you sometime later. I mean, luckily you're dipping out towards the very end of my stream, so I don't think we'll need the mod services, for the rest of the stream. Yeah. So let me just finish this up. So yeah, I guess that would still be, about 3.5 hour trip, or I guess 3.25 hours is what it's saying. But that seems a little bit short for that distance, but hey, if that's what it says. Because I know I've definitely done a 2-hour trip in this game, so. Anyway, let's see here. It looks like it is 1:45, so we're basically at the end of the stream. I'll just chat with you guys for a little bit. Yeah, so we made a candle here. Let's see how this feels. Let's see if it's cooled down yet. Oh god, we're dumping things. Oh man. Okay. Let's put this back down here. And I was wrong. I made a prediction earlier that this wouldn't have cooled down enough by the end of the stream, but it actually feels like it might be almost cool enough to, call ready, per se. But, well, I'm probably going to let it cool off a little bit more after the stream, so, yeah. If you guys want, though, I do have a official Discord, so you guys can join that if you'd like to hang out, be a community there. Candles, again, will go up on eBay eventually when I can get that figured out. As me and New Jersey discussed, eBay can be a bit of a pain. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for the Etsy store. You know, more candles will be there. Those ones will just be a set price, whereas the ones on eBay, you know, I'll just put those up for an auction. You might get them for really cheap, or if someone really wants it, you know, maybe it'll be a little bit pricier. Who knows? Then, yeah, I do stream here both on Twitch and YouTube, so if you want to watch me on Twitch, that's cool. If you want to watch me on YouTube, that's cool as well. VODs will be up on Twitch for a while, so I think that since I have a Prime membership, they keep the VODs on file for, I think, 30 days. YouTube, if you want to catch the VOD later, it stays up there for, you know, forever, basically. And then, yeah, I did mention this earlier, but I don't think a lot of you were here when I mentioned it earlier. Tomorrow I will be doing a secret special stream, so be on the lookout for that. I don't know what time it'll be tomorrow, but it'll probably be a few hours. It's not going to be me streaming a video game, it'll be me streaming something else. I will probably announce that closer to it. I do know what it is already, but I kind of want to keep the hype up for it. But I will let you know that it will be me building something. So it'll be all this type of thing over here. It won't be any of the ATS type screen over here. So be on the lookout for that. I do stream every Friday night at 11 Mountain Standard Time, or every Wednesday at 1 a.m. No, 2 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I can't even remember my own schedule. For you night owls out there like me, that would be basically like Tuesday night for you. So Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, whatever you want to consider it. And yeah, if you want to catch those streams, come back for those. I know generally on the Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, that's usually something different. I've been doing Humongous Entertainment Games. It'll be a Freddy Fish stream, so be on the lookout for that. I think I may have already updated that in my Twitch calendar, or whatever. Schedule, stream calendar. There we go. Something. I can't remember words apparently. And then, yeah, that's about it, guys. So I do thank you for being here. I am going to end the stream.